Hello, this is Chidero, and welcome to another tutorial on the Bangle Bracelet series. Today I'd like to show you the Bangle Weave Bracelet. So I'm sure you can see how the name came about, or it could have been the Bangle Braid, but it just reminded me of a weave, which is probably like a weave bracelet or such. It's really simple to do, and what it really is a second layer to the first bangle bracelet that I had put out, which is Bangle Elegance, I believe it's called. This one right here, which is just one row around a bangle. So if you haven't already checked out that tutorial, please go ahead and do so, because today we are going to start with our bracelet already loomed with the first layer on it. So what you'll need today is any type of bangle. I prefer a thin bangle for this design because you're not going to see much of the bracelet, and this bangle alone, as you can see, has a little bit of gleam and sparkle to it, so the little areas that you do see will kind of shine through, which will be pretty cool. This one that I had done originally is on just a pink bracelet, and it's got a little bit of a cut into it to give it a little bit of a sparkle here and there. So I don't typically like to do the same bracelet or the same colors if I've already done it, but I found that the white just seems to come out the best, especially on a gold bracelet. So I'm going to go ahead and do the white. I've tried to do multiple colors. I tried probably 4 or 5 times to do, you know, this whole layer in one color and then try a different color in the second one, and not any of them came out to my liking. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the same color, but these bands on here already are an opaque white by Rainbow Loom, and today I'd like to add the second layer as the white metallic bands. So I'm hoping that it'll be okay, because I'm thinking it's just as long as it's the same color, it seems to come out as a weave. So let's go ahead and try that. But as I mentioned, you're going to want to go ahead and look at the first tutorial that I've done and get your bracelet to this step, and then we'll go ahead and start from there. So what you'll need today will be a loom hook, your bangle bracelet already done to step 1, which is the Bangle Elegance, and any type of or color band of your choosing. So this is technically this bracelet, or this stitch on this bracelet, is continuing almost the same concept as the past bracelet, the Bangle Elegance. So what I'm doing right here is I kind of knotted this just to keep it in place until we were ready to start. So I'm just going to stick my loom hook in here, because if you had just finished and you have a C-clip in here, you can go ahead and stick your loom hook in that place, because we're going to start, oops, I gotta grab that second band, make sure you got both of your bands. We're going to start where we left off and continue the same pattern. So what we're going to do is, on our hook, we're going to have one band which is looped on, so it's showing both ends of it on our loom hook. Now if you look at the bracelet, you see there's a ripple there, there's a ripple here, here, here. All of these little ripples, that's what we're going to be grabbing. So you'll know which one's next in line So for instance, this one right here, it's where we started off, so it's just a little bit jumbled, but that's okay. What we want to do is we want to grab 2 of the bands, okay? 2 of the bands that are already stitched on the bracelet. And on the back side of our hook, we have the 2 bands that we ended the first row with. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these 2 bands underneath like a stitch, like a knot, I can't think of the word, and have them right there on top of the ending band right here. These bands fall down, okay, and they're going to be taut. So all right, now that we have those on there, let's grab our first band and we're going to put it on the end of our hook. We're going to hold it in place and we're going to go ahead and loop these bands on top of the new band and put that on our hook. So it's going to be sticking up a little bit. That's the one that's attached to our bracelet. We're going to slide this back. Now, in order for this to go ahead and be stitched nice and tight against the bracelet, this is the reason that we're grabbing these bands that are already stitched. So as you can see right here, we already grabbed right there. That's what we just grabbed. So we know the next one to grab will be the ones right next to it. And it's a double. There's 2 bands there. It's 1 band, but it's looped. But there's 2 that are gonna be on your hook. Make sure that they're not crossed if you can. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and do the slip knot. That's what I was looking for. Go ahead and take that underneath both of those bands and pull to the right, because that's going to help put it in place and make it a little bit tighter. Okay, now this one stays on the back of our loom hook. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to stick our loom hook into the next one. Oops, I'm sorry. Is that right? Okay, now we have to grab another band. Oh my gosh. Once again, I'm not going to edit out. Okay, so now we're going to stick our next band inside here, create that slip knot, or I'm sorry, we're going to put it back onto itself onto our loom hook. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our next set of bands that are loomed on, bring that underneath the ones that are on our loom hook, and tug to the right. Grab another band, stick that on your hook, and take that underneath the existing bands on the hook, bring it back on to meet itself. Now we're going to go ahead to our next section that you can see right there. Grab your hook, put it underneath. We're going to slide the existing bands back here, over top, and tug to the right. So if you can see here, it's creating that a little bit so far of that weave look. So technically that's what we're doing. We're weaving a new band in and out of the existing design. So we'll go ahead and grab a new band, slide it underneath the existing bands on our hook, bring it back on top. Take your hook down, grab the next 2 in line, and slide those underneath and pull it to the right. Grab our next band, take that underneath, bring it back on top of the hook, find our next place on the bracelet there, stick our hook in to grab, and we're going to pull them underneath the existing bands on the bracelet. Oops. Okay, pull to the right. Grab another band, pull it through, bring it back up, grab that little place there on your bracelet, and bring that underneath and pull it to the right. So we've got our little weave stitch going on. I'm already noticing, I don't know what it is. Maybe it'll look better once the bracelet's completely done, but using the same color and the same kind of band makes a totally different look to me. I don't know why, but it just does. But the white on white still looks better than any other color I've tried so far. I've tried this being all in white and then adding a pearl white, or the Persian white bands, which have a white on them, and it just didn't look right. Okay, so let's grab our next band, bring it under, grab the next place on the bracelet, bring those bands underneath the existing ones, pull to the right. So that's the pattern. Those are the steps. It's really easy once you get the hang of it, just like any other bracelet. But I am going to go ahead and loom this whole bracelet with you. I just may not be talking the whole time, which may be good. And if you do have any questions, or something just doesn't look right to you, I mean, the good thing about this kind of a bracelet is that if you want to take it apart to where it's at right now, it's not going to tear the whole bracelet apart. It's going to just take it back 1 or 2 bands, and it's kind of easy to stick your hook back in there and pick up where you left off. But I still would like to find a way to close out this bracelet without having to use a C-clip. One of our viewers did say that she closed it with a O-ring, which is fabulous. Just kind of curious. I think the biggest thing that draws my curiosity is with all of these awesome loomers out there, like Rob at Justin's Toys, Crafting Fantastic, and Crazy Just Might Work, and Loves to Loom, all of the greatest, Tutorials by A. I can't believe that we can't figure out a way to close the bracelets without having to use a C-clip. I guess that always just sparked my curiosity. I mean, there has been designs out there that you can close it up because you're doing a all-around bracelet and you're not adding a single chain or anything, but still, I'm just surprised that nobody has showed a technique that, closes it up with the rubber bands instead of using the clip. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit because we are about halfway done. Because it's a pretty darn easy stitch once you get the hang of it. And the best thing that I love about these bangles and putting the bands on them is that, today you can wear it with the bands, and then tomorrow just rip them off if you don't like them, or if you want to use it, or excuse me, wear it without the bands, you can easily take them right back off. And wear it as it was originally, so that's cool. And you don't have to rip your bands off. Sorry. I just meant take them off, and it's versatile. How about that? We'll say it's versatile. But if any of you can come up with a different color scheme that looks pretty darn cool, shoot me a picture, I'd love to see it, because so far I haven't found anything that, you know, kind of sparked me that I thought looked neat in this type of pattern. I do have another one coming up, so you'll have to stay tuned. And it's pretty awesome. It's actually posted on my Instagram. That one will be done pretty quickly here. Another tutorial. Alright, we are getting close to the end here. Just a lot of looping and then creating that slip knot effect so it will hold tightly. And you know, I haven't tried it yet, but as smart as all of you are, because I've seen all of the designs and whatnot that you have come up with, I have no doubt that someone will think of, I have thought about putting, you can put endless rows on here. You don't have to just put two, you could put another one after this. And so, see, this gives a different effect because I used the silicone band, so it's a little bit thicker than the original, but still looks nice. It's the same color. Alright, so let's stick that under, grab our next band. We're getting close to the end. So it's a pretty quick tutorial because it's a simple stitch. I think we're going to have about 2 more to go, and then we will be ready to close it up. So let's grab one more and see if that does it, because we have, well, we have 2 more, I think. Put that under there. Yep, we got 1 more. Make sure you grab them both. Okay. Okay, you see right there we have 1 more spot left. And I actually grabbed 4 instead of 2. Okay, so let's stick that underneath here. And this is what we end up with. These 2 bands right there. So, as I said, if we can figure out a way to close this off without having to put a C-clip, that would be awesome. But as of right now, we're just going to put one on there. All right, sweet. Look at it. I love it. It's cool. There's like, I'm looking at that little place like, because I'm OCD, like, it's not perfect. It is perfect. If you have a couple little spots, you can just kind of pull on them, but I did use a different band than the first time, which was the opaque. So, there you have it. We have our Bangle Weave bracelet. I love it. I hope you love it, is what I should be saying. I hope you love it. And see that it's not a hard stitch at all. And it just gives a little bit of an effect onto the bracelet. So let's stick this on here. Okay, so you know you can wear it like this, where the weave is down on your skin part there and the bracelet is sticking up. Or you could bring it to the side here and wear it like that. Or you can bring it all the way back up on top and wear it where, you know, the opposite as the first, where the bracelet is on the bottom. So it's up to you, whichever one that you like. That's what matters. I personally like it where it's, you know, loomed and the inside. I like the inside look better. like that. I think that's awesome. So, if I have inspired you today, please comment below and click the like button. I'd love to know your comments, your ideas or suggestions on any way that I can, improve my tutorials, or any suggestions on any type of bracelets that you would like to see done as well. So I thank you for watching, and stay tuned for next time.